Hello humans, it's just Martine, and this week I'm going head to head with Bailey from Is Bailey Reading. It is the first full week of Squash That Series tournament bracket style. I'm against Bailey from Is Bailey Reading this week after qualifying. If you missed my qualifying vlog, go ahead and check it out right here. This week we're doing time-based challenges to read as much as you can. I'm on a retreat, which means that I will not be able to read nearly as much as I normally do because I have all these activities and conversations that I'm going to have with people, spend time with other human beings, live human beings in front of me with me, which is great, but that will impede my reading. So Bailey has a real shot. So she got lucky with this one, but we're still going to try our best. I have a couple days where I'll get a lot of reading in, a couple where I'll get none. So I guess we're just off to the races. Well, hello there. It is Sunday and I have not updated you at all, but that's because my life has been crazy for the past few days. And because of that, I am behind Bailey and we need to catch up. Here's what happened. So for 2 days at my retreat, I read like 10 minutes each day. That was it. So I got a solid like 23 minutes start for 2 days. And that was the time then after I got the 23 minutes where we got an update on my score versus Bailey's score. She was at about 4 hours. I was at about 23 minutes. That's okay. Then I had a bus ride home. I got about 4 hours read on the bus ride. Could have been more, but you know, that's what I got. So I'm happy with it. Then I had a long car ride back to South Florida yesterday in which I got some reading done, but not much because I was mainly hanging out with my mom. Life has been a little wacky. We had a family emergency. The retreat was great, but kind of all encompassing. So my brain's just been not reading, but I popped in my audiobook this morning while I was unpacking. Got another hour of reading in. Now I think I'm somewhere around 7 hours, making good progress. I think it's really awkward because in qualifying, I didn't really have any books to tell you about. And then in this, I don't really have any books to tell you about because my entire strategy is just to make progress on a ton of books and not finish a single one of them, which is wacky. So I guess I'll show you my setup right now for my physical books. So I obviously have a ton of books checked out on Libby and sitting on my iPad and all that stuff. But I have some physical sequels sitting next to me. You can't really see them. The backlighting's not great, but I have them here. There's only one that I've started reading, but it's a little sprout. I'm going to grow a little garden here as I read books, and that's gonna be good. But yeah, that's the progress I've made. Not nearly as much as I want to be making, but I am grateful because some other matchups have like way more hours on the board than I think my matchup does. So it's not like Bailey is absolutely curb stomping me, which is nice. But I know that she's also reading a lot today, so I guess we'll see what happens over the next few days. And we won't get another update on our score until the end and we see who wins. So that's a little stressful. We're working through it. We are making progress. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday afternoon, about 3:30 p.m. and I have hit about 31 hours of reading because you'll notice it's been a while since I talked to you, and unlike the first chunk of this vlog where it took me a while to get back to you, it's not because I wasn't reading at all, it's because I've only been reading. I've also been putting off some of my work to only do work that I can do while listening to an audiobook, which me later this week will hate me for. I know that it's close between me and Bailey. I don't know what it is, but I do know that we're within 5 hours of each other, or we were when they checked this morning. So I've just been like audiobook in, reading when I can type thing. So I guess I'm gonna get back to reading now. It is almost 11 p.m. and I'm quitting now. Good morning. I'm awake and probably more coherent than I was last night. So I told you that I quit at 11 p.m. That's because Bailey and I were really close together. Like Kayla let slip that we were decimal places away from each other. And I was like, I'm not gonna stay up until 1 a.m. for this when I could just be Bailey's cheerleader for the next week. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to go to bed. I'm glad I made that decision because now I can focus on vlogging for the next week and supporting Bailey and all of that stuff instead of just being stressed about reading. Excited about that. I did end with a little over, I think, 36 hours of reading for this week, which is really great considering a couple of things that happened. One, a third of the days that this happened during, I read a total of 23 minutes between both of those days. So the fact that I reached 36 hours is incredible. I read like 12 hours yesterday. The fact that I caught up to Bailey after that initial loss, that's great. I'm so close to the end of books, so I'll have lots of books to tell you about in my next vlog and lots of books to submit for the next part of the tournament as a cheerleader. And Bailey and I can stop being enemies and be besties again. So all of those are good things. With that said, I'm going to end this vlog here, and I'll see you in the next one that will hopefully be more interesting than this one. If you like this one, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. How has the start of your reading year been? And subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!